question on everyone's mind is that can Luffy beat Doflamingo? What do you lot think?
No, definitely not.
No,
I don't.
What's wrong with you, man?
I don't think Luffy can beat Doflamingo out. Think about it this way, yeah. Doflamingo, shichibukai. He's got so much experience, got so much influence with the government, and he's proven himself already. When he fought in the war, he basically when he was fighting Josie, he easily trapped him.
The thing is, he didn't even fight Josie. He just basically blindsided him, innit? Like he just uses parasite.
Yeah, but that's you can do the exact same thing with Luffy as well.
Just like Sanji.
But that's the same thing for Luffy. Luffy's beaten every one of his opponents we've seen.
Nah,
in the war, he went crazy. He was knocking out vice admirals like there were nothing.
Luffy actually lost in the war, man. He lost in the war.
His brother got penetrated.
He lost against three admirals. What
was his main objective when he went to the war?
He saved his brother. He saved his brother.
He didn't save his brother.
He did save his brother.
Yeah, but to an extent. His brother died in the end. So that's a complete
No, basically his mission was there to rescue his brother. He saved his brother. His brother, he got himself killed. That was his fault.
That's Ace's fault.
That was
basically what our main point is that Doflamingo is OP, he's overpowered.
He's overpowered.
As in, what we've seen him do in the war is shrouded in mystery until the recent chapters. Basically, when Josie was going for Crocodile, going after him, like Josie was frozen completely, innit?
He was.
Like he just couldn't do anything.
Because
that's the same Josie that actually broke the ice, that massive iceberg, and threw it at the. What was it again? Was that stand, innit?
Yeah.
Just threw it at him. Come on, man.
That's how you know. Josie has one of them
strongest.
He's one of the strongest characters in the One Piece.
Yeah.
And even he couldn't break out of Doflamingo's trap. You think someone?
You can't say he's one of the strongest. You can say he's really strong.
He's really strong. But that iceberg, come on, we haven't seen someone lift something that big.
Yeah, but how do you know? You can't necessarily say that he was holding. Okay, you lot are saying that he was holding him off by holding him like a rope with his string.
Like that, yeah.
But what if he was actually touching his nerves or something to stop him from moving?
Nah, we know Doflamingo's power, isn't it?
Yeah, that's his power. Like
his power.
If we're gonna use someone that does that, Sunny from Toriko, he can manipulate your nerves with his hair strands.
Alright, that's a fair point.
Alright, so basically why I think Luffy can beat Doflamingo is because so far in the New World, Luffy hasn't even gone all out. So basically, first proper opponent you're saying that Luffy's gonna have, you're telling me he's gonna lose against the first proper opponent. So, and there's been so much build up to this. Okay, fair enough, he might beat Doflamingo this arc, but I'm not saying this is the end of Doflamingo. Doflamingo might have a bigger part to play further down the story, possibly.
No, but there's one point though. Do you know the thing about Doflamingo is he's not a face-to-face fighter like Luffy. Luffy, he'll go straight ahead and fight someone right to their face. But Doflamingo is someone that will go behind your back, tactical. He's a guy that blindsides you, innit? Like he'll get you in such a point that he can't do anything about it. Like the way he got Sanji. Sanji was doing his. That's exactly what. No, think about Josie. His back was turned against Doflamingo. He just froze him and he couldn't do anything. The physically strong Josie, the one that was barging Aokiji, the one that messed up the massive iceberg. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. He's strong. He's strong, and he couldn't even break out. Whatever the thing Doflamingo had.
Like in this series, the only time we've seen Doflamingo get hurt is by Lord. That's just once out of how many chapters? Like 600 chapters?
Yeah, that's like just a minor scratch.
It was like a minor scratch right there. It was like a fork move, but you know.
Alright, so you lot are telling me that Luffy's gonna lose in this arc?
No, I don't think he's gonna lose. I think he's just gonna go. He's gonna go to limit with his all out. Like it's gonna be like a Lucci fight.
Yeah, I think this.
But I don't think.
So you think gonna be first? I think they're gonna go all out, but somehow someone's gonna save Luffy from dying.
Do you know? So you think? I think when Luffy goes all out, 2 years of training, Conqueror's Haki, we don't know the secrets he's learned of Conqueror's Haki, when new abilities he's learned. But you're telling me when he goes all out and shows us everything he's learned so far, Doflamingo's still gonna best him, and he's
Doflamingo has had so much more experience, and he's got Conqueror's Haki as well. So
that means he was born to lead.
Exactly. I don't think they're even out. I think Doflamingo is just 2-3 steps.
No, but the thing about Luffy is we've seen in Enies Lobby how do you know in Mortal 7 when Lucci kicked both Zoro and Luffy out of the manor, like all the way down to the coastline, innit?
Yeah.
2 days after that, straight up 2 days after, Luffy boosted up, Zoro boosted up in only a day.
Yeah, that's
that's the thing about One Piece, innit? Like you can literally get stronger in 1 day.
Yeah. So look, but the thing is, over the past 2 years, they've gone under intense training. every single one of the Straw Hats.
Yeah,
Gone
but,
Yeah, but check this out though. Sanji had 2 years of training as well. Look what happened to him.
But
And his main focus of haki is mantra.
it's observation.
That's his main, and he couldn't pick up.
and
Doflamingo.
Doflamingo's trap.
Like
So I'm saying Doflamingo, he can best strong people like Josie, who's he's one of the commanders of the White.
okay, wait, he might have the power to, but I don't think he's physically. Do you think he's physically strong as Josie?
No,
I don't think so.
No. Doflamingo, he can get hurt.
Yeah,
He can get hurt.
so
it's basically like
Someone-
Law. You know, Law. He's
Yeah.
physically a piece of.
And think about it this way though. Law knew Doflamingo's power as well. He still lost.
Yeah.
So Doflamingo, Law, actually acknowledged Doflamingo's power.
Yeah, he knew what he was
He
doing.
knew what it was. He knew he couldn't beat him. He just knew.
but the
still-
thing is so strong.
yeah, Admiral level. They say.
Anyways, so
People that
do you not think that Doflamingo is Admiral level right now in this arc?
I doubt it really.
You know what? He could be. You know, he could be.
I think
He could be in the
Admiral.
league of fighting admirals, but I don't think he's at that level.
What,
Yeah, I don't think-
like
Basically,
I don't think
he
he's
is
there.
able to fight against them, but I don't think he's able to win.
What you think? How we said
Maybe.
last week that
Maybe.
He did kick Fujitora.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He kicked
he kicked
Fujitora
him.
and he was ready to fight Aokiji.
And he called him an arsewipe.
No, he wasn't ready to fight Aokiji. I would
He
say
called him an arsehole?
Yeah.
He
Wait,
was-
what?
he-
Do you know when he said to them, I heard you and Yuikugyu are 2 venerable beasts, and he's like, all that, and he's like, okay, I think all high and mighty.
No,
You arsehole.
it was because when he brought the meteor strike, he's like, you almost hit me too, you arsehole.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
He's got some nerve.
Yeah, but he's confident.
Nah, he's cocky. He's the
got-
charismatic
he's-
king.
Yeah,
He's
but
the-
he's
no,
got,
the
he's
thing
got a
is,
lot
guys,
of influence. He's got a lot of influence.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go into that point. Thing is about Doflamingo, the reason why he's acting so cocky, he knows that the King of Beasts Kaido's behind his back. He has his back basically.
Ah, but
No,
right
not
now-
only that-
He messed about with Isho and Admiral. Like he just kicked. Come on, you can't just kick an Admiral and.
But I don't think that's the whole story. I think it's because of his blood, his noble blood.
What do you mean?
As if the whole government supports him. Anything.
Yeah.
He's one of the
Oh,
only
it's
guys-
literally based. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And we don't know how powerful CPO is. For all we know, they could all be admiral levels. He's got a lot of influence. He's got a lot of backing behind him as well because he's the king of the undermarket, isn't it?
Underworld.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like
He's basically
it's like
he's
a
basically
market
the
underworld.
kingpin. He's the kingpin of One Piece.
Yeah,
That's what he is.
basically, yeah.
Everything that's underhand and the
Anything
underworld
illegal.
broker, black market. That's all his. That's his
Anything
territory,
illegal-
innit?
Anything illegal.
Yeah, basically.
Guys, so he's got a lot of like bad people's backing in One Piece.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you guys think that Doflamingo could be stronger than Fujitora?
I think he might be. Because let me explain. Basically, if it goes how I say and Luffy beats Doflamingo and Zoro beats Isho, then that would mean that Luffy would have to have fought the first strongest person, which would be Doflamingo in this case. So Doflamingo would have to be stronger than Isho. It could be a small gap to show the small gap between Zoro and Luffy. If Zoro and Luffy both win their fights, then that means Doflamingo would have to be stronger, or that would mean Zoro has beaten a stronger opponent.
Okay, let me just delve into the point. Okay, we know that Sakazuki personally sent Fujitora after Law and Luffy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he thinks that Law and Luffy
I'm not kidding.
are not capable of taking out Fujitora. We know Sakazuki is a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's an underhand kind of guy. He's like Doflamingo basically.
He's very tactical, yeah.
He's
Very
tactical.
tactical.
We've seen what he did in the war. How he fucked over Whitebeard with his son
Squallow.
Squallow. That was
Oh my
messed up.
God.
Okay, if Luffy were to fight Doflamingo and Zoro were to fight Isho, and they both win, that would literally mean that Zoro is stronger than Luffy, which cannot be. He's not the main character.
I agree with that point as
That's
well.
awesome.
I don't personally. I don't think Isho and Zoro clash at all. I don't think they're gonna clash. I don't think anything's gonna happen between the two. But there's probably gonna be a fight between Luffy and Doflamingo, seeing as Doflamingo is the main villain in this arc. But Isho, he can, if he finds out what's happening in this Dressrosa, like the backstory.
The
one.
Smilie.
Have you read what's
If he
going
finds out about Smilie and how Doflamingo's backing Kaido, one of the Yonko,
No,
he's
but-
not. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think
but
he's gonna.
guys,
back
It's not gonna spoil the
In
plan.
this chapter, he just said, "I'm gonna turn a blind eye to anything I see."
No, he said
That just
I'll only do it. I'll only do something if
after.
the life of the citizens are in danger. That's what he said.
That's what he said,
That's what he
yeah.
said. Yeah.
But right now, none of the lives of the citizens are in danger. He's
And
taking.
he did mention that if Luffy's gonna come around and fight you, Doflamingo, he's gonna create destruction, and I don't want that. That's what he said to
Yeah.
Doflamingo.
That means he's gonna want to take over.
Yeah, probably.
But Zoro will probably keep him there, and I think Zoro would be enough to keep Fujitora there.
Alright, the point
I
is,
think there's gonna be another factor to
And
this.
let me add to that point that you said earlier about Akainu being smarter than that, just
Sure.
yeah. So basically, Akainu doesn't know nothing about Luffy, what he's been doing for the past 2 years. He doesn't know I don't think he knows much about Law either, because Law has been a mysterious character. Law is one of Doflamingo's men.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Fujiwara acknowledged his power. That's why he beats Shichibukai right now. Think about it. He can't just make anyone Shichibukai. He knows. He needs to know the full extent of his power.
He knows this, yeah, he knows
Law. He must know Law's power.
He knows.
Yeah, the reason why I think Law became.
No, I think it's because of his actions.
No, it was because
The
Rocky Point incident when he took that fight. Was a few hundred 100 or 500 hearts to the world government, and then they made him Shichibukai.
It's because of what he's done.
Yeah, it was basically that the Shichibukai don't have to be. The Shichibukai are all names like Buggy. They didn't care about that he was weak. Everyone saw at Marineford that Buggy was weak, but they still made him a Shichibukai because everyone fears him. You have to have that status of fear
that's true.
For you to be a Shichibukai.
Okay, so what do you think is going to happen in the outcome of this battle?
Right, what I think is going to happen, I think Luffy's going to fight Doflamingo. It's going to be a hard fight, but in the end of the day, Dofla's going to beat Luffy and Luffy's going to have to escape to Dressrosa.
Actually?
Okay, what I think is that Luffy, similar to him, but the last bit I just don't agree with it. Luffy is going to fight Doflamingo. He's going to go all out. It's going to go proper all out, and he might win in the skin of his teeth. The reason why I'm saying that is because Luffy has plot armor. That's all it is, plot armor. Like, he's the main character. He just has to win, innit? But the thing about Isho and Zoro, I'm unclear about that because I'm not sure about that.
Alright, so what I think is, since this is the first proper island of the new world,
The real one, yeah.
and the first proper island, so I don't think the main characters can lose. Luffy, Zoro, I don't think they can lose. So I think Luffy will most likely beat Doflamingo, but that's not going to be the end of Doflamingo. We're going to see more of Doflamingo.
Yeah, definitely.
And Zoro, I think he is either going to beat Isho, or he's going to just be able to draw with Isho, or he's going to beat Isho, but Isho won't have gone all out. So at the end of this arc, I'm expecting the Straw Hats to have to escape Dressrosa as well, because a big character, probably Kaido.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. It will be so sick at the end of the arc. You see, there's an introduction of Kaido, and he comes out of nowhere, and just Luffy can't do anything about it. They have to escape. I just see that happening. What do you think? You don't see that happening?
I think Big Mom's gonna have a big influence.
Yeah, her as well, definitely.
I don't think Kaido will have anything to do with it. I don't think anyone else gonna have anything to do with it.
There's a problem though with this arc, isn't there? Because right now it's like they're splitting Sanji's section and sending it straight up.
It's been like 4 chapters since we've learned about Sanji.
I'm saying they're sending Sanji straight on to the next arc, because Sanji's going to Zou,
it's
and
going
Zou
to
is going to be the next arc.
Yeah, basically.
Most likely. Alright, so
basically this is what we think about how the fight's gonna go.
Yeah, comment, like, subscribe. Tell us what more you'd like, and
more questions.
More questions. Yeah, love
Okay, thank you. Bye.
subscribe.
But she's not